best question to end your daily battles. It's, will today be the day that you stop looking at your child and saying, when are you going to be different? And start asking, what am I going to do about it? Because you're amazing. You are amazing. I believe that no matter what level of your background, your parents didn't parent you in a very loving or kind way, or they didn't have very firm boundaries, no matter what level of education, no matter what level of challenges you have been seeing in your child, I have seen transformation in every type of family. And I believe it's totally possible for yours. All that it takes is you stepping up and claiming that you deserve it. You letting any shame go. That's like, aren't I supposed to just know how to do this? Or maybe there's just something wrong with me or wrong with my kid and I gotta like somehow figure that out. No. Today is the day you can stop asking, why is it like this? And just step into, what am I gonna do about it? Because I don't want to waste another day. The stakes are just too high. Because if you're facing challenges right now of behaviors and them not fully respecting boundaries, either of yours or at school, or that you see emotions that they just are not learning how to manage, you're seeing a relationship between you and them that's just starting to have a lot more resentment and icky feelings, that only gets bigger with time. That only gets harder. The costs only get bigger. And heck, the money it takes to solve it only grows over time. Because you get into the space where you're having to take off time and work to go to therapy sessions or to send them to inpatient things or go to school meetings that are with multiple professionals and all this coordination. It just gets harder. The cost of a teenager who hasn't learned effective boundaries, the cost of someone who goes off to college, like one of our good friends, who couldn't maintain the stress of challenges there. She hadn't built those strong muscles in her childhood to manage emotions, to understand boundaries, to know how to solve problems. And she came home after one semester with an anxiety diagnosis. Couldn't even maintain a job back living at home. And there are a number of reasons that can happen, but for this particular family, the parents really looked and was like, this is about us not ever teaching her how to be able to handle upset, work through difficult feelings, solve problems she's facing. And man, let's like not even maybe for a moment, let's talk not only about the kids, but about you and the cost it's taking on you and possibly your marriage or partnership to have these fights with each other, not only power struggles with the kids, but then power struggles with each other on who's right or wrong, who's being more kind or firm, you're being too soft, well, you're being too scary, and it's just a mess. And then parents or moms, dads doubting themselves, feeling so insecure that it takes them to a deep, dark place that could lead to depression, their own anxiety, and other really harmful things. It's just too important. The stakes are just too high. And so if you are ready to end the daily battles by having yourself be fully equipped and empowered to know how to choose those best tools when challenges are coming up, you have everything it takes to do it, hun. You have everything it takes. All that you need to do is take a step forward. And so I want to invite you to link arms with me, a licensed therapist helping you every step of the way. And it's so simple. And I'm going to let you hear from some other parents what they have experienced when they stood in your very shoes and took that step forward.
It's been life-changing for Shannon and I, and how we parent and what I've seen out of his reactions to to, how I would normally enter a situation.
But we don't have an easy one. And this stuff really, really works.
And there were a lot of things I didn't think would work. And I'd be like, no way, but I'll try it. And then it did work. And I was like, oh.
I just love that the transformation happened. Honestly, I did. I'm so surprised. More calm, more confidence, more joy, better communication, better relations, better adjusting your expectations, changing your mindset. I just want to apply this model for change in other areas because I just think it was so easy and powerful.
For about 2 years, both my wife and I said, we tried to read books together and then discuss. It was just really challenging to get aligned. So thankful that we found Flora and her wonderful program. I mean, it made an immediate impact, I would say, in the first 2 weeks, and significantly improving our parenting toolkit and the skills my wife and I use, with the kids, and then also just to regulate our own emotions and all that fun stuff. The content always seems to be on point with what we're going through. Like, is Flora reading our mind? I'm not sure, but it's definitely been right in line with what we're dealing with. Love Flora's kind, firm coaching. We've learned so much wisdom, and excited to put that wisdom in action every day.
The process of starting it definitely opened my eyes to, like, sometimes you can't give each other the advice that the other needs, and to hear it to collectively from another source cannot be underestimated. So
it's been one of the best investments. I've done a lot of things to invest in my family and myself, and it has certainly been one of the best investments I've made, for sure. I'm watching myself undo patterns that are generations rich, and that feels huge, and it feels really hopeful. One other thing is that the way that Flora has structured it with these, 2 sessions in the week, and then you get, depending on, I guess, what level you choose, you get like a one-on-one. It feels really rich and full. And so each week I feel like I'm practicing something, and then I can have an accountability, and then I can check in on it. And so I really feel the traction.
I'd say the kids are a lot more responsive to us. I think they like to show that, hey, I can do it, and how to be good. It helps us be on the same page.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really between me and the kids. It's created a lot more respect for each other, because now Alyssa and I, we're both consistent. When I'm consistent with them, they know what to expect, and they get it. And brevity's best with the kids. I just say something nice and quick and short, and they get it. And we don't have to go through the repetition of I don't want to, and we can connect better. It's made everything so much simpler. We still have our issues, but it's made processes that we do every day so much simpler, so much easier to get through the day, and everybody's happy still.
And I feel I think the kids feel respected too on their end.
I just had felt so scattered in the way I was approaching my parenting that kind of paring it down was really, really helpful for me. It just kind of helped me come up with with tools that were concrete and easy to use, and that I didn't feel like some parenting books had told me every kid's going to need 15 minutes a day. And so I'm like setting a timer and moving from room to room, and then we're late for bedtime because I'm not getting enough time in with every kid, that 15 minutes expectation that I had set for myself. And then I felt like a failure. So when it was all in one place and much simpler, then I was able to start seeing success a lot more. And happy mom is happier kids. You know what I mean?
Has just helped out so much, and just staying calm and being perceptive to their emotions and how they're feeling, and they just respond so much better to me, and that's helped out a lot.
I mean, before, Zach and Maren would go at it, and I would just like freeze, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is not good, but I can't step in because he started it. Now it's pretty calm and mellow. We're on the same page. We can kind of see where each other are going.
I would say do it. To anybody who's thinking about it, just do it. I mean, it's worth every penny to not have to fight with your kid. to be able to just talk to them and just get them to do what you want, it's worth it. It really is.